Good evening and hello to everyone. We are here with the topic that is reproduction in plants. One more information, although I have provided it earlier in the video, but I have to give one more information over here. That is the name of the channel is being changed. That was Let Us Learn Science. Now the channel name is Learn with Enakshi. This is being done so that more and more subjects can be included into it. कोई और भी topic है जो science से में नहीं है पर वो that need to be discussed, तो वो भी यहाँ पे discuss हो सकता है आगे. Okay. So coming to the topic that is reproduction in plants for today. So I have told you earlier, when you are dealing with the scientific terms, you try to break them into small words. Okay. Now over here, the reproduction is long, a much a larger word or long word. So you will break it, and the first word which come out is re. Re means repeat, reverse. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, repeat करना, reverse करना, सब में re आता है चीज. तो जब हम किसी काम को बार बार करते हैं वो होता है re. Production means produce something new. तो जब ऑफस्प्रिंग से जब पेरेंट से ऑफस्प्रिंग रिप्रोड्यूस होते हैं मीन्स न्यू offsprings are being produced from the parent plant, that is called as reproduction. Reproduction is also there in animals, but today we'll only concise our topic to reproduction in plants. Okay, so the first thing over here is, what is reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process by which new individual organisms are produced from their parents. ये अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि जो पेरेंट्स होते हैं उन्हीं से new individual they are being produced, and this is a biological and one more thing, natural process or fundamental process, you can say. Okay, see over here it is written, it is a fundamental process. From parents new offspring or new parent, the parent plant they produce new younger plants, that is called as reproduction in plants, or you can say reproduction just. So why is it a fundamental process? Because if the plants they will not reproduce, one day or the other the species of the plant will disappear from earth. अगर वो reproduce नहीं करेंगे तो फिर किसी न किसी तरीके से वो स्पीशीज खत्म हो जाएगी. सपोज मैंगो ट्री इज देयर और मैंगो ट्री को जो फ्रूट है वो नया नहीं लगाया जाए, तो जो पुराना वाला ट्री है वो कुछ साल तक, काफी सालों तक रहा, फिर उसके बाद क्या होगा? तो नए ट्रीज दे आर आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड. एंड वन मोर थिंग इज देयर, पॉपुलेशन इज इंक्रीजिंग. पॉपुलेशन जो है वो इंक्रीज होती जा रही है, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पॉपुलेशन हमें उतना ही ऑक्सीजन चाहिए अर्थ पे. दैट इज व्हाई वी नीड मोर एंड मोर प्लांट्स. So it is not only fundamental for plants, but it is also required for the human beings and the animals which are there on earth. Okay, next question arises, why is reproduction important? Reproduction is important so that it ensures the species of the particular plant or animal do not disappear from earth. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि species जो भी है, जो plant या वो या plant में हो या animals में, वो species यहाँ से खत्म ना हो जाए, disappear ना हो जाए अर्थ पे. that is why they reproduce and new offsprings they come into life, so that the species they are being saved. Okay, coming to the next topic. So the next topic is the importance of plant in human survival. See, in order to understand why is reproduction important in plants, we first come to the topic that how are plants important or how they contribute in human survival. Okay, so the first point over here is they provide us oxygen, that is the most vital component which is required by every human being, not only human being but by other animals like goat, like dog. Every animal which is there present on the earth, they require oxygen to breathe in, and one and only source of oxygen being provided is by the plants. They add oxygen means they take up carbon dioxide which we breathe out, जो हम breathe out करते हैं, that is being taken up by the plants, and the oxygen which we breathe in, that is being given or that is being released in the environment by the plants. So सी, जो हमारा रेसिड्यू है बॉडी का, जैसे कार्बन है जो वो रेसिड्यू है, मतलब एक्स्ट्रा है हमारी बॉडी में, वो हम नहीं रखते कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को, वो एनवायरनमेंट में जाता है, एंड दैट इज बीइंग टेकन अप बाय प्लांट्स. और प्लांट्स हमें क्या देते हैं? बदले में ऑक्सीजन देते हैं. सो सी हाउ मच दे इम्पोर्टेंट दे आर इन ह्यूमन सर्वाइवल. सी द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज द population is increasing day by day, not only in human being but other animals also, other species are also there which need oxygen. So the only source of oxygen is plants. That is why we need to plant more and more trees. Means plants they need reproduction. The importance of reproduction in plants is this, that Human survival is also dependent on the plants. Okay. Second is food. They provide us with food like vegetables. That is a very common thing, or very basic thing, that is they provide us with vegetable fruits, dal, pulses, dal, wheat, and all the food which we eat is being provided by plants. Second is fiber like cotton, jute, that is being provided by plants. Rubber is actually product which we get from the latex of a plant. Okay. Cellulose fiber. See, cellulose fiber is a fiber which is provided by plants and it has very high durability. बहुत ही ज़्यादा ड्यूरेबल और बहुत ही ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए ये होता है, ये जल्दी मतलब it does not worn out easily. So that is why it is used for making denims also and for sanitary pads also. So this is what plant gives us: wood, man, and other things also provided by plants. Okay. Plant makes surrounding look beautiful. Okay, how this is the reason for this is, for human being, the most soothing color for the eyes is green color. Means green color provides, when we see green color, it provides a soothing effect to our eyes. That is why plants are important in our environment, because they make our surrounding beautiful, and ultimately they do not make their surrounding beautiful for themselves, rather than our eyes, they are being soothed by the effect of the green color. Okay, the most soothing effect for human eye is green color. And when we see plants, see, that is why when we go to some place which is having a natural habitat, we feel relaxed. Okay. Now I hope you understand this. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज टाइप्स ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन. अब तक हमने देखा कि रिप्रोडक्शन क्यों जरूरी है. क्योंकि रिप्रोडक्शन सिर्फ प्लांट्स के लिए जरूरी नहीं है कि उनके लिए जरूरी है, वो उस पर ह्यूमन सर्वाइवल और अदर जो अदर फूड चेन में जो कंपोनेंट्स हैं उन सबका सर्वाइवल अल्टीमेटली प्लांट्स पे ही डिपेंड हो रहा है. ओके. सो द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक ओवर हियर इज टाइप्स ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन. टू टाइप ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन आर देयर. फर्स्ट इज एसेक्सुअल एंड सेकंड इज सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. ये यहाँ पे केवी जो लिखा हुआ है, that is I have written because these are the keywords. Now in asexual reproduction, only one parent is required. Okay. From one parent only, the plant they reproduce and the new offspring are being born. But in sexual reproduction, two parents are required. Means one female gamete and one male gamete, they are required. So asexual. Now अब यहाँ पे देखो, asexual means ए जो होता है, दैट इज बीइंग यूज्ड इन दी, जब हम इसको यूज करते हैं आर्टिकल में, तो अ इज बीइंग पुट बिफोर सिंगल थिंग. जो सिंगल चीज होती है उसके आगे, सिंगल जो सिंगुलर होता है उसके आगे अ लगाते हैं. तो ओवर हियर व्हेन सिंगुलर पेरेंट इज रिक्वायर्ड, दैट इज asexual reproduction. And sexual reproduction in two sex parents are required, means female gamete and male gamete, they both are required, then it comes to sexual reproduction. So in this, basically we'll deal with asexual reproduction, this whole slides. Okay. Now asexual reproduction is form of reproduction in which individual or offspring are formed by single parents. जो individual हैं या जो offspring हैं, वो single parents से ही produce हो जाते हैं. They do not require other female or male gamete. One single plant can produce the next offspring. No involvement of two gamete, that is male or female or both the gametes. कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि दोनों ही अदर सेक्स के प्लांट्स हो. मीन्स like in sexual reproduction, if I go for the explanation, we'll deal with anther and ovary. तो जो ये दो पार्ट्स होते हैं प्लांट्स के, एक फीमेल पार्ट होता है, एक मेल पार्ट होता है, इनकी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होती है इसमें. एंड सिंपल वेजिटेटिव पार्ट जो होते हैं प्लांट्स के, जैसे कि लीफ है, रूट्स है, स्टेम्स है, इनसे ही नए प्लांट्स ग्रो किए जा सकते हैं. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज asexual reproduction. One single parent can produce the new offsprings. Okay. अब देखिए, the next thing over here is, fourth point जो है वो ये है, the new individuals produced are genetically and physically identical to each other. See, when there is involvement of different gametes, male और female gametes का involvement होगा, तब वहां पे क्या होगा, जो ऑफस्प्रिंग होंगे, दे विल हैव द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ बोथ मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट्स. लाइक सपोज इन ह्यूमन बीइंग्स वन चाइल्ड इज देयर, तो उस चाइल्ड में मदर के एंड फादर बोथ द कैरेक्टर्स आर देयर इन द चाइल्ड. कुछ मदर से कैरेक्टर्स मिलते हैं, सपोज कि आईज मदर की तरह है, या फिर हैंड्स मदर की तरह है, और फादर की तरह वॉइस है, या फिर हेयर्स जो है वो फादर की तरह है. तो both the characters are being present in the child, because the child is produced by two female and male. Like that, in plants it is also there. When plants are being reproduced by asexual reproduction, तो मेल और फीमेल गैमेट्स तो मिले ही नहीं, तो एक ही पेरेंट है, तो उस सिंगल पेरेंट की ही तो क्वालिटी आएगी ना. दैट मीन्स दे इनहेरिट द क्वालिटी ऑफ द सिंगल पेरेंट फ्रॉम व्हिच दे आर बीइंग born. When another parent is not there, then where will the new qualities come from? So they will genetically and physically identical to each other. Means the one which is producing, suppose there's a rose plant which is being um, uh, produced from stem. Okay, so the rose plant, the next rose plant which is being produced from the stem of the parent plant, that will be identically same. Means it will bear the same color of roses which the parent plant will bear. Okay, I hope this is clear. So the process of reproduction occurs in very short time. In asexual reproduction, the characteristic of asexual reproduction is that the process of reproduction occurs in very short time. It does not require a very long process. It occurs in short time. Mostly organisms, they multiply and grow rapidly. In asexual reproduction, they grow rapidly. जल्दी जल्दी reproduction होता है, और means they जब reproduction में time नहीं लग रहा है, तो they will grow quickly. So in this asexual reproduction, they multiply and grow rapidly. Asexual reproduction also takes place in microorganisms. Okay, not only in plants but in microorganisms like hydra. It also reproduced by asexual reproduction, that is budding. Okay, that we'll discuss afterwards. Plants can reproduce from root cutting and are placed in water. See over here, the plant is there that was being root की cutting, and that this root cutting is being taken out from the parent plant. This is the parent plant that is being placed in the water, and the new offspring is being produced. Okay, now new potato grows from the stem. New potato, you can see the buds which are there, eyes. These are called as buds or eyes on the potato. When they are being placed inside the soil, then the new potato it grows. That is means asexual reproduction. From the same parent, from a single parent, new offspring is being produced. So now you say sexual reproduction. When we come to the sexual reproduction, the parts of the plants are there which are responsible for sexual reproduction. Now the sexual reproduction involves fertilization of fusion of gametes from male and female. जो male और female gametes होते हैं, उनका fertilization होना means they come in contact and they are being fertilized to form a new seed. Okay, fertilization may be external or internal. Means fertilization may take place inside the plant only or outside the plant. In human beings, sexual reproduction is a complex and a long process. Okay, other than human beings, plants, animals also reproduce by sexual reproduction. Now you see over here, this is the petal. Now here we will discuss what are the parts of plant that are required for sexual reproduction in plants. Now see, this is anther and filament. Anther and filament, they are the male reproductive part of the plant, while stigma, style and ovary, these three are the female reproductive part of the plants. Okay, flower का ये female reproductive part है, और this is the male reproductive part. The whole process of this we'll discuss afterwards, because in this slide we'll take up only asexual reproduction. Okay, this was just the gist of the sexual reproduction. Next topic will come to is reproduction in plants. Various ways of reproduction in plants are that asexual reproduction plants are spores, stem cutting, roots, leaves. See, all these spores, stem cutting, roots, leaves, and seeds, they are they are means of asexual reproduction only. Okay. So first we'll see spores. Spores में कैसे होता है? Now spore or sporogenesis, the term used to refer to the process of reproduction by spores. Spores are very tiny seeds like structure which are basically present on the plant only. And what happens when these spores, they come in contact with the soil or they fall down from the plants on the soil, they produce that same plant which same parent plants, same new plants, same as the parent plant. Okay, spore are reproductive cell capable of developing into new individual without fusion of another reproductive cell. See, spores, they are the reproductive cell, but they are asexual, carrier of asexual reproduction, because there is no fusion of male and female gametes. That is why sporogenesis is referred as asexual reproduction, or sporogenesis is the term which is used to refer to the process of reproduction via spores. जब spores से reproduction होता है, that is called as sporogenesis. The spores are agents of asexual reproduction. Now, the plants which actually reproduce with the help of spores are mushroom and molds. Okay, what happen in sporogenesis? The spores, they are spread on the ground or near the parent plant, and the new offsprings, they are being reproduced from the spores. Okay, and see over here also, the new offspring which are coming, they will be identical to the same plant from which the spores have fallen down on the ground and the new offspring has been produced. Okay, the next one is from reproduction from stems. See, there are plants which reproduce from their stems. Now, stem does not always mean that green stem which is there in the plant. Sometimes the stems are underground, like onion, potato, and ginger. These are the underground stem, and corn also. They are present inside under the ground, and they store food for the plant. Okay, they can be grown from the buds present on the stems, like potato and ginger. Sometime you must have seen a potato which is being kept untouched for a very long. White buds, they grow out. These buds, they are actually shoot which is growing out from the potato. If this potato is being placed inside the um, soil, they can produce new plants also. Okay, now onion are bulb shaped underground stem. New plants are grown from these bulbs. These onions, when they are from these bulbs only, when they are cut and being put in the soil, the new plant, it also arises from these stems only. Okay, like the same way ginger also, it also produces new plants, and these are being जो इसके छोटी छोटी nodes होती हैं, that are being placed inside the soil, and new plants, they arise from the underground stem. Okay, second one is from stem cutting. First one was first topic was regarding stems. The whole stem is being used, but now over here we will see how stem cutting is being used. Few plants are grown by planting a cutting from the stem into the soil. Means not the whole stem is to be placed, but just a cutting from the stem is being taken and put into the soil, and the new plant grows from it. After few days, the new plant grows from this cutting only. Example: rose, bougainvillea, cactus, and sugarcane. Means if you see over here, the rose is there. If you place this portion of the stem, if you cut this portion and place it inside the soil, into new soil, and provide it with nutrition, sunlight, water, means if you give appropriate environment, the new plant will grow from the same stem cutting like this only. Sugarcane, if you do this with sugarcane also, the same thing will happen. Okay, cactus also, they can, means if you take this part of stem and place it into the new soil, the new plant will come out. Okay, next is layering. Actually, layering is artificial asexual reproduction. There is not a natural way of reproducing. Okay, but we are discussing because we have discussed regarding stems, so we are discussing over here. स्टेम्स के बारे में क्योंकि हमने बात की हुई है ऑलरेडी कि स्टेम्स से कैसे रिप्रोड्यूस होते हैं प्लांट्स एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में, इसलिए हम यहाँ लेयरिंग की भी बात करेंगे. लेयरिंग although is not natural way of asexual reproduction, but it is man-made, or you can say human. It requires some effort by human for asexual reproduction. Now you see layering में क्या होता है? What the development of root on the stem while the stem is attached to the parent plant is called as layering. See what happened? The lower branch of the stem is bent, like you see in the picture. The lower branch of the stem is being bent, and so the part of the stem is buried under the soil. Or and it is buried over here from the with the soil. This process is called as layering. Means what is being done, the stem which was there, which is being attached to the parent plant, is being bent and buried under the soil. Now from this only, this is the offspring or the new parent plant which arises, and this is the offspring, okay, and this is the parent plant. So you see, the offspring is still attached to the parent plant. Okay, in the examples before, we have seen the offsprings, they are not attached from the parent plant, but over here the offspring is being attached to the parent plant. Afterwards, when it grows, the roots come out and it develops into a new plant, then this stem is being cut and we get two plants. Okay, that's parent plant and the offsprings. Example, the means the plants which can be grown with the help of layering are jasmine, honeysuckle and boxwood. Jasmine, honeysuckle and boxwood. Okay. Next is reproduction from roots. Okay, we have seen from stem, from spores, and now we'll come to reproduction from roots. Now, roots of few plants are used to give rise to new plants. क्या होता है, कुछ plants क्या होते हैं, उनकी roots जो होती हैं, these are being used to grow new plants. Okay, it is a natural type of asexual reproduction. Means it is natural. It does not require much more man help. Okay, sweet potato, शकरकंदी जिसको हिंदी में कहते हैं, कैरेट, turnip and radish, these are the roots. They store food and also give rise to new plants. Means when they are being uh, placed into the soil, they grow into a new plant, and their function is also to store the food. Okay, in the next slide we'll deal with germination of seeds, conditions required for germination, and the part of seeds. This slide is only related for the asexual reproduction. Okay, if you feel like anything which is left out or topic which is related to this uh, topic, or any subtopic which you would uh, like to be discussed over here, so you can surely put it down in the comment section. And next slide will discuss germination of seed, condition required for germination of seed, and parts of seed. Okay, thank you. Do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with the one who need it, and to the teachers, to the students, or with your friends if they need it. Surely. Okay, thank you.